Welcome back to another video, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite quick and easy side dishes, which is roasted Brussels sprouts. Today I'm making kind of a roasted Brussels sprout salad, almost. It's going to be very simple to make. We're going to start by prepping our red onion, one whole one first, just like this. You're going to cut it down into kind of like 1-inch thick pieces, kind of like ribbons almost, and they don't need to be perfectly even, but just something that's bite-sized, but not too small because we don't want them to get lost once we bake them. I think it's funny how some days when I'm cutting onions, I really don't have any problem with like the fumes making me cry or anything like that, but today I was hurting, and I'm pretty sure you can hear me in the background of a couple of these videos here, just suffering a little bit. But anyways, just cut your onions down, make sure you're peeling that outer layer, the really tough part, because that's not going to be good even after we cook it. All right, now we can start cutting our onion up. Like I said, we're going for like kind of ribbons here. The thickness should be probably about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, and then the length could be, anything like 1 to 2 inches. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just looking for something that's going to be easily bite-sizable when you're eating it in a salad. All right, now that our onion is prepped, we need to move on to our Brussels sprouts. So I'm using this already kind of pre-prepped bag of Brussels sprouts that I already have and trimmed, and I'm using 2 bags for this. You can find these at Walmart. Personally, I like doing this instead just because buying like raw Brussels sprouts that you actually have to cut and prep is kind of a pain in the butt, and it takes a lot of time. So if I can buy something that's similarly priced and it's already done all the work for me, I'm gonna. After you get your Brussels sprouts on the pan, you can throw your onion on top of it, and you'll probably be thinking, this pan looks a little crowded. And you know what? You'd be right. I probably should have split this into 2 pans. It would have cooked a lot faster, and it would have probably crisped them up a little bit better, but I didn't. Here we are. So then we're going to go down on top of this with a good glug of olive oil. I actually came back after this and added another glug because it just wasn't enough to coat everything. Then we're going to go down with a nice hefty pinch of salt. Probably multiple pinches of salt, really, to cover everything. And then after the salt, you can go down with some cracked black pepper. Same thing, generously season this because this is the only time that we're going to be seasoning it aside from our salad dressing. Optionally, you can also add some garlic powder, onion powder, kind of whatever you really like seasoning wise, but I just kept it simple today with some salt and pepper. Right in retrospect, I probably would have preferred some garlic powder and onion powder on there, but I didn't use it, but you guys definitely could. So then we're going to give everything a really good mix to combine. Make sure that all your veggies are pretty well coated with the olive oil, and then the seasoning will kind of come and follow the olive oil. Once everything's getting well combined, you're going to want to try to break up those pieces of onion like I'm doing here, and then just kind of spread it out as evenly as possible. Again, if you're using 2 separate baking sheets, that's going to be a lot easier to do. And then once you're set, you're going to throw it into a 400-degree oven that, if you're smart, which I was not, you would have already preheated. In they go. And let's make our dressing. So you're going to go in with pretty much just equal parts of olive oil. I'm going to call this a 1/4 cup, but it's very rough estimates. I'm not measuring anything. Then equal part of balsamic vinegar. Let's call it another 1/4 cup. Then equal part maple syrup. And lastly, equal parts Dijon mustard. And you can kind of make as much of this as you want. If you want to make a big batch of it, just make sure they're equal parts. That's all that matters. And then give it a really good shake to combine. You want to emulsify everything together. And then most importantly, you got to taste it. So I was actually really happy with this. It was sweet. It was a little bit kind of tangy from the balsamic and definitely from the mustard. And it's perfect. It's going to complement the Brussels sprouts perfectly. Speaking of which, out of the oven in about 45 minutes. Then let's throw it into a bowl and give it a taste. Hey guys, Future Ryan here, just giving an update. So I ate these Brussels sprouts left over for a couple of days, and I've got to say the best option for you is just make them, put them in the fridge, put all of your dressing on top of them, and then just let them sit overnight, because the flavor the next day was so much better than right out of the oven. So thank you for watching again. I appreciate you guys so much. Please leave a like and subscribe if you don't mind, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.